Hey, welcome back to Diablo 2 Resurrected as the Necromancer. In this episode, we are going to explore beyond the crystalline passage and try to get to the frozen river to rescue Anya. I know that's not exactly where we were in the last episode, and I have an explanation for that. We recorded the previous episode where we explore the Ariat Plateau and part of the crystalline passage. But I was experiencing some pretty serious technical difficulties, and the video wound up being completely broken. I recorded it, and there were dropped frames every few seconds. Nothing was viewable. The entire video was unsalvageable. And you guys know about Diablo is that there's no save states or anything like that. You make progress, So we unfortunately missed some of that, so that we're just gonna have to move on, unfortunately, which is just what it is. We didn't really do all that much. We just kind of explored the Ariat Plateau and then got to the crystalline passage, so we didn't miss too much. But I just wanted to let you guys know that there was a video that was recorded, but it was completely unwatchable and unsalvageable. And we're going to hope that that doesn't happen again. So let's go ahead and jump right into this and actually get started. So yeah, we started the quest for the rescue on the prison of ice. Look for Anya under the crystalline passage by the frozen river. We started that quest, and we found the crystalline passage waypoint. So let's go ahead and explore through this. We have some ice mages. That's kind of cool. I can get down with ice mages, even though ice mages are very, very scary, and they chill my friends. The good thing, though, is that my friends have a very significant set of resistances, so I am in good shape there. Once we get our own mages, things will get interesting. Things will get fun once we have our own mages. As always, things will get interesting once we get our own mages. Oh no! Vile Widow the Hunter. Vile Widow. How very terrifying. My golem is taking a huge amount of damage. And so are all of my skeletons. He must be lightning enchanted. That's the only thing that I can think, because he is lightning enchanted. He's lightning enchanted and extra strong, which is not gonna go well for us. That's not gonna go well for us at all. So let's try to do something a little different. Can we get rid of this elite? That would be much appreciated, because this elite is causing me serious problems. Serious problems. Heal. Yeah, I was kind of waiting for Wiki to die there. I was kind of expecting he would die there. Hello. Okay, let's try this again. Yes. Gotta resurrect Wahid. Hang in there, Wahid. Yeah, I can't take this thing on. Yeah, I can't do that. This is turning out to be a bit much. If I can take care of this Vile Widow, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Because Vile Widow is proving to be a serious problem. I mean, his elites are absolutely annihilating my Iron Golem, which is not turning out to be a good thing for me. Let's just go ahead and raise him off of that. Feel like that might work. So let's go ahead and go with that. I mean, even cursing them isn't really getting the job done. Yeah, even cursing them they're still dying like crazy. It doesn't help that we're fighting, everything else at once. But I think we can manage. As long as I can keep track of my golem. If I can keep my golem alive, that would be much appreciated. Much preferred if I can keep my golem alive. There we go. Okay, we took care of the scariest things. So now we are able to actually maybe get through this with a little bit less difficulty. So let's actually, raise our skeletons up here and get our army back up to reality here. And this time we'll actually be able to get through this, hopefully. Okay, fantastic. Very, very good. We were able to get through it. It took a second, but we were able to get through it. With just the most effort physically possible, we were able to get through it. Alright, let's go ahead and take these healing potions, this mana potion. I'm going to go ahead and take all of that. Definitely going to take all of that. Alright, let's go this way then. Are there still more enemies over here? There's a defense shrine. Yeah, there's probably... Well, of course there's more enemies over here. Why wouldn't there be more enemies over here? We're playing Diablo, of course there's more enemies. Of course what I can probably do is... Oh no, the bone mages are immune to poison. That's not what I like to see. Stone Thirst the Jagged. He's fire enchanted, among other things. He's fire enchanted and cursed. But he hasn't hit us yet, so we're not cursed yet. There we go. We're just dealing with a lot of very powerful elites so far. That's all there is to it. We're just discovering a lot of very powerful elites. That's okay. I think we'll be all right. As long as we keep dealing with things that deal physical damage, I think we're in pretty good shape. I think we're in pretty good shape as long as we're dealing with things that deal physical damage rather than range damage. But who's to say? I certainly can't. Okay, let's go ahead and get our skeletons back here. Hopefully I don't die in the process of trying to do that. That'd be fantastic. Hopefully I can live while trying to get my skeletons back. That'd be super appreciated. Man, there were a lot of Snowdrifter minions here. There were definitely a lot of them. That's kind of crazy town. Kind of crazy how many there were there. Okay, let's go ahead and raise a couple of these guys. Raise a couple of ice mages. God, this Snowdrifter needs to piss right off. You've overstayed your welcome, Mr. Guy. Superior Avenger Guard, I can probably sell that. I'd imagine I can probably sell that for a decent amount of money. Does it have any skills? It has 1 to battle orders, which I suppose might be worth something. Suppose that might be worth something, so we'll go with that. Alright, let's go ahead and continue. There's a stamina shrine. I don't desperately need that, but I'll go ahead and take it anyways. I will go ahead and take it anyways. I tried to curse my own skeleton. It did not work though, because he is my friend, and I don't want to curse at my friend. My friends don't deserve my swear words, unless I am saying them in jest. Yeah, these Snowdrifters are actually legitimately scary. Like, there's no denying that, because they actually stun you when they hit you, which is very, very scary. There's a super healing potion there. I will pick that up, because I desperately need healing potions. There is no doubt that we need healing potions. At least they're just cold mages. Cold mages are manageable to deal with. Yeah, I can handle cold mages. Oh, there's an eviler in there. Oh no. Blight Touch. Blight Touch spawned. Aura Enchanted and Teleportation. What aura did he have? I didn't see which aura he even had. He must have had like some kind of like damaging aura or something, because it didn't affect his minions or anything. Ooh, there's a tier rune there. Take that tier rune. You guys can kill off this bone mage, that'd be fantastic. It's just a simple bone mage, it's all it is. Let's go ahead and reset the timer on our bone mage. Reset the timer on our bone mages. And continue on ever forward. Hopefully things work out in the fashion we want them to. Okay, we're being attacked from both sides here, which I could definitely appreciate not happening. But that's okay, we have a ton of mages and a ton of skeletons. But we're losing our skeletons rather quickly. Haze Killer. No, 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 no. I don't want to die. I want to live. I don't want to die. I'm getting very close to death, and I don't appreciate it. Whenever I get close to death, I start panicking, and once I start panicking, I make stupid mistakes. I don't want to start making stupid mistakes. There's a lot of, like, elite snowdrifters in here. It's magic resistant stone skin Haze Killer. Yeah, they deal a whole hell of a lot of damage. That is absolutely crazy town how much damage they deal. But the good thing is that there's a huge pack of enemies, so when we do eventually kill off all of these guys, I'll be able to revive all my minions back. Can you guys kill Haze Killer? He's just a snowdrifter. That is all he is. He's just a simple snowdrifter. He should be relatively simple to destroy. I would like to think. Alright, Wahid, you are quite low on health, but you are healing it back, so I think we're in good shape there. So let's go ahead and get our skeletons back. Hopefully there are enough corpses here that I can use to raise my skeletons. Yes, there are indeed. Fantastic. Get some gold. Get some lovely, lovely gold. There's a plated belt and an oil potion. Well, yeah, I'll take the plated belt. Go ahead and take the plated belt and sell it. There's nothing keeping me from doing that, so you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Some champion bloodlords now. But I'm not particularly scared of some champion bloodlords. I have a huge army of skeletons right now. And a few little bloodlords aren't going to scare me into submission. I can tell you that confidently. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Why do you gotta deal so much damage to me, man? Why do you gotta deal so much damage to my iron golem, man? Why do you have to be this way? Alright, let's go ahead and identify all this and do some selling. Let's do some selling. Let's make some money. What do we got here? Storm Needle Heavy Crossbow. 98.82 for that. 17,000 for that. That's pretty good. Go ahead and sell all that. I am out of town portal scrolls, so let's go ahead and buy some more of those. I'm going to go ahead and keep that. Keep the thawing potion in case I need it, because I feel like at some point I probably will need it. Got a couple of tier runes, which I suppose I'll go ahead and keep. Yeah, do I have anything that I can use that would make this thing better? And I can do 9 to max damage, I suppose. Suppose there's nothing preventing me from doing something like 9 to max damage. Sure, I'll do that. I'll go ahead and do 9 to max damage. Alright, let's go to the Crystalline Passage again. We deal 99 to 267 damage. So we have a pretty wide range of damage right now, which is kind of cool, actually. A full rejuvenation potion? I didn't even know that existed. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I didn't even know that existed. So let's go ahead and get a couple super healing potions and break some jars. Jars are fun to break all the time. There's the frozen river right there. Alright, let's explore the frozen river. What are we going to be dealing with in here? Ooh, gloams, huh? Gloams are going to be scary. Yeah, gloams are going to be very, very scary because they're going to be attacking us from a distance. So that's going to be very terrifying. I'm not exactly sure how I want to deal with that, because we're dealing with a very, very small enclosed area, so these gloams can attack us from not very far away, which is going to prove to be a serious problem. But can I go ahead and attack these gloams? Is that something I can do without dying? I mean, that would be nice, I guess. Okay, we got our body back, but let's go ahead and make a portal immediately. We're going to probably want portals open pretty much at all times here, because if we don't, we're going to be really screwed. Ooh, gloams are immune to lightning. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I think I commented on this in the video that broke. I really like how in Act 5 they're kind of giving us a taste of what hell difficulty is going to be like by giving us enemies that are immune to elements. I think it's really, really cool. It makes our life more difficult, but I think it's really, really cool that they're giving us kind of a taste of what it's going to be like. So let's go ahead and try to survive this if we can. See if we can actually survive this. Man, this is crazy town. I'm not getting any chance to raise my skeletons. Not getting any chance to raise my skeletons because of these gloams. Oh, there's an elite gloam somewhere. No wonder there are so many of them. Yeah, no wonder there were so many of them. It's because there was an elite somewhere. Okay, well that explains that. That explains that, I suppose. So that takes care of that nonsense. Is there an elite still? Is there still an elite somewhere? Or were we able to take care of it? I'm not entirely sure. Let's go ahead and use a health shrine. And heal ourselves. Heal all my minions as well. That's what I want to be doing. It's healing all of my minions and making sure they survive. There's also a gloam corpse there. And there's that. Okay, so I'm just finding corpses that are invisible on the ground, which is okay, I guess. Yeah, I'm not a fan of how these gloams can attack us at distance like that. That is really very frustrating. And very difficult to deal with. Really quite difficult to deal with. Oh, really? Ugh. So I'm not entirely sure what killed me there. I'm assuming it was a gloam that killed me. I'm assuming that's what it was that killed me, was a gloam. Yeah, we're still dealing with gloam minions, which is exactly why they're dealing so much damage to us. So that would explain that. It's because they're minions, and we're taking a lot of damage from these minions. So I'm not really surprised that we are getting our asses completely handed to us right now from these freaking minions. Yeah, there it is, right there. There's Doomspell the Hammer. Good old Doomspell the Hammer, which is going to be relatively easy to fight when we're all attacking it at once. Because we were able to take care of all of its minions before it decided to attack us itself. Which is good, because this thing would have been really annoying to fight had it been with all of its friends. This thing would have been very annoying to fight had it been with all of its friends, but it's by itself, which is perfect. Which is perfect, so that takes care of that. But there are still tons of gloams all over the place. There are still a ton of gloams all over the place here. And they deal a ton of damage. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about the fact that they deal a ton of damage. But at least they're not elites anymore, so they're not going to be completely annihilating us. Hopefully. I would much like to think. Yeah, we're not taking nearly as much damage as we were, so that's good. Hey guys, welcome to today's History Tidbit. Today we're going to talk about the Great New York City Fire of 1845. What was the Great New York City Fire of 1845? It was a fire that broke out on July 19th, 1845 in Lower Manhattan. The source of the fire was a whale oil and candle manufacturing complex, and the fire quickly spread to adjacent wooden buildings. It would eventually reach a warehouse on Broad Street that stored highly combustible niter, causing a massive explosion that only worsened the fire. The fire consumed and destroyed 345 buildings in what is now considered the financial district. Property damage estimates are around $5 million to $10 million, converting to upwards of $337 million today. 4 firefighters and 26 civilians died. This fire was the third and final of a set of large fires that struck the heart of Manhattan at the time period. The previous two occurred in 1776 and 1835, respectively. Some good did come out of the fire, though, as conversation got started surrounding fire safety and prevention, and there was a discussion about the use of primarily wood-framed housing. Manhattan would go on to establish a reserve firefighting unit called Exempt Firemen's Company. We're still taking a lot of lightning damage. Yeah, we're still taking a lot of damage, but we're not taking as much as we were taking. Just kind of trying to raise our skeletons in a timely fashion if we can here. Because the more skeletons we have, the less likely I'm the one who's going to be targeted. So yeah, let's just go with that. I'm going to go ahead and try to revive a couple of bone mages. That's what I'm going to try to do. Well, I would like to do that at the very least. If I could possibly do that, that would be super nice. There we go, there we go. Not enough mana, there we go. Man, I am low on potions, holy cow. Gotta buy some potions. Gotta buy some potions or I'm gonna find myself really screwed over later. So, hold on a second, I'm gonna go buy some potions. Oh, I'm gonna go buy some potions here. Let's go ahead and buy a couple of mana potions, and we'll buy a couple of healing potions. Very good. Alright, let's continue on here. There's a super healing potion there. I suppose I'll grab that. I suppose I shall grab that. To Refilling Shrine. Are you kidding? Really? Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna hide in this corner. That's what I'm gonna do. You see, I'm just gonna hide. Because I don't like the fact that I'm taking so much lightning damage. I really don't appreciate the fact that I'm taking so much lightning damage. So I'm just gonna hide in the corner. I'll let my minions who actually have some kind of resistance to the elements take care of most of this stuff. I feel like that would be beneficial. So let's go with that instead. Let's go with that instead. Now, can I find any more gloam corpses anywhere? Nope, that's all we have. Alright, fantastic. Refilling Shrine. We'll go ahead and use that Refilling Shrine. Grand Charm. I'm overburdened. I'm overburdened because I have potions in my pockets. Or potions in my inventory and not in my pockets, I should say. Alright, let's go ahead and put the Grand Charm there. Put the Grand Charm right there. And we're gonna go this way. See what is this way. More gloams. More never-ending gloams. So I'm gonna go ahead and use as many town portal scrolls as I can physically possibly use. Because honestly, we are going to keep on dying at the hands of these gloams. That's definitely what I see happening. I don't like all of these gloams, and they're not really getting slowed down by Decrepify all that much. They're really not getting slowed down all that much from Decrepify. Which is really kind of an issue, but not entirely unmanageable. So I think we are entirely capable of doing this. It's just going to be very, very scary. So I'm going to try to keep a portal open at all times. Because I'm getting a little bit sick of running back here every single time. because I'm anticipating we're probably going to die more. So I'm going to hope that we don't, obviously, but in case we do, I'm going to ensure that I don't have to run all the way back here again by keeping a portal open. Okay, my skeletons are surviving pretty effectively here. Okay, you guys are taking forever to kill a bone mage, which is unnecessary. Let's go ahead and raise a couple of those guys. Get ourselves a couple of lovely bone mages. It's what we like to see is bone mages in reality. Wow, that lightning damage is crazy powerful. Even though my lightning resistance is bad, but it's not terrible. I mean, it's -1, but it's not as bad as it could be. So I feel like I'm taking more damage than I think is necessary. But that's okay. I think we'll be alright. I think we'll be just fine, even though the lightning damage is completely destroying my skeletons. Absolutely destroying my skeletons. Don't worry, Wahid, I'll heal ya. I'll heal you, Wahid. I'll get you back up to snuff, Wahid. Ooh, a set longsword. That's kind of cool. Is there something I can do with that, I wonder? That set longsword. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to town and identify that.
Good afternoon.
What's the deal with this? I'm gonna go ahead and identify both of these. 10,000 for that. What's the deal with this? It's Cleglaw's tooth. Alright, well. I suppose what I can do is I'll go ahead and raise my iron golem off of that. Suppose that'll work. So now he has a chance to deal a deadly strike. I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming it's a good thing. I'm assuming it would be a good thing. So let's go ahead and break some jars, get some gold from these jars, and hopefully not lose our iron golem to lightning damage. That would be much preferable. I would much like to see my iron golem survive. I mean, he should be pretty powerful at this point, so I would certainly hope he survives. Hang in there, Wahid. I'm gonna heal ya. I'm gonna heal ya. Hang in there. Just survive for a mere moment. That's all I ask of you. Just survive for a moment long enough for me to react to the fact that you're low on health. These succubus are very, very scary. An evil urn. Oh, great. So how am I going to go about doing this? How am I going to go about getting my body back? Like that, I guess? I guess I can go about it somehow like that. He's extra fast, which is very scary. Can we kill off these glomes in a timely fashion? That'd be much preferable if we could do such things. My iron golem is taking a huge amount of damage. But I didn't raise him off of anything very particularly powerful, so I'm not really worried if he dies. I prefer him not die, but if he does, it's not really the end of the world or anything, because I didn't raise him off of anything particularly powerful. Just something very basic. Because I was worried, Ashburn the player, because I was worried that he was going to wind up dying again, so I just kind of left it at something basic. Is there more corpses anywhere? No, no more corpses. No more corpses to be seen. Alright, there's a flawed diamond, I'll take that. Another full rejuvenation potion, I'll take that too. I'm not going to argue with full rejuvenation potions. Those are definitely nice to have. Because, you know what? I'm going to need to heal myself quite regularly, so it's nice to have something that fully heals me. What's the deal with this Grim Scythe? 8 to minimum damage? Sure, I'll go ahead and raise my Iron Golem off of that. It's better than the other thing I raised it off of. So let's go ahead and continue forward. Continue ever forward. There's also a Flawless Ruby there, which I will gladly pick up. I don't want a Wrist Blade. That is not necessarily something I desire to have. Oh, I'm on my there we go. Okay, I had to swap my weapon slots. For some reason, my secondary and primary weapon slots were swapped. Not entirely sure what happened there. No big deal, though. It was easy to rectify. Whoa, look at all this. Look at all these projectiles that are being shot at us right now. There's just a lot of long-distance stuff happening right now. That's really the main problem with what we're dealing with right now, is just a lot of long-distance ranged attacking. Which is what's causing us significant issues, is all these ranged attackers. I mean, if we can kill off the Gloams, that would be, perfect. It's the Gloams that are causing us more issues than anything. It's mostly the Gloams that are causing us big, big problems. No, I don't want Wahid to die. I don't want Wahid to die. I don't want Wahid to die. I am panicking a whole hell of a lot in this place. In case you couldn't tell, I'm doing a lot of panicking in this place. You can tell by the fact that my commentary is total booty trash. It's pretty simple. When I panic, my commentary turns to nonsense. Turns to utter nonsense. Man, we are using town portal scrolls every quarter second here.
Hello.
Which is not necessarily what we like to see. Is there an elite somewhere? It seemed to me we just got cursed by something. Not exactly sure what it was that Amplify damaged us, but I thought I saw something I did. Maybe I'm going crazy town. Maybe I'm going absolutely insane. Don't want those arrows or those bolts. So thank you, but no thank you. I appreciate it, but I also don't want it. I don't necessarily desire such things. Let's go ahead and break these jars, because anything could be in those jars. Is there no way to get over there? Let's go this way. Super healing potion, take that. What's over this way? Lots of Gloams. Lots of Gloams are this way. It's really that simple. There's just a ton of Gloams. I'm gonna have to buy more town portal scrolls because I'm running out. I'm also running out of money, which is fantastic. I am hanging out behind a wall. I am just gonna hang out behind a wall. I'll let my minions take care of most of the fighting because I'm sick of dying. I'm sick of dying and using up all of my money. It's getting very, very annoying at this point, using up all of my money. So I'm just going to let my minions take care of all the fighting because I don't want to die. I want to stay alive. Because the more I die, the more I have to revive What's-His-Face. And also I have to revive my other What's-His-Face. Which isn't necessarily what I desire. So if I can keep myself alive, I'll be able to, not have to revive them constantly, which is exactly what I like to see. Can I get my body back, please? And thank you. I'd really appreciate it if I could get my body back at some point. Alright, let's go ahead and try to complete this. At some point, I think I'm going to have to go back and farm for money because I am running low on cash. As you guys can tell, I'm down to $57,269 or coins, which really isn't very much. So I think I'm gonna have to, at some point in my free time, I'm gonna have to go back to a previous act and farm for money, which I am not super excited about having to do, but I don't think we have any other choice. I really don't think we have any other choice. So we're just gonna have to deal with that, unfortunately. There are just too many gloams in this area, that's all there is to it. And they're really causing me a lot of problems. They're causing me significant problems. There's just way too many ranged attackers in this area. So I'm gonna try to just hide in this corner. I'm just gonna hide in this corner because I'm just getting hit by absolutely everything here. Yeah, I can't afford to raise Wahid constantly like this. I just can't. I can't continue to do this. It's just not something that I am capable of doing. There is just too much happening in this place, and I am not a big fan. Not a big fan of how much is happening in this place right now. Not a big fan of what is going on in this world right now. Hang in there, Wahid. I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna save you. Hang in there. I need potions. Can I buy potions? Can I buy some potions from you? Maybe, possibly. We need to be this way, ladies and gentlemen. We need to be right here. We need to be fighting these ice mages. It's really that simple. We need to be fighting these ice mages. Okay, Wahid is invisible for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. But yeah, Wahid has gone invisible. All I can see is his spear, which is very strange. I've never seen that before. But that's okay. As long as I know he's there, that's really all that matters, as long as I know he's there. So let's just go ahead and continue on, and hope that he doesn't die, because I can't afford for him to die constantly, like he has been. But it's mostly been me just dying constantly that's been making him die constantly. So I'm not really surprised. I'm not really sure what's making him invisible, but there must be something. I certainly don't know what it is, though. I guess it doesn't really matter, though. I guess it doesn't really matter, though. Raise up our mages again, because our mages are going to be helpful for us. Can we please just kill off these ice mages? They're just ice mages. That's all they are, is ice mages. It should be relatively easy to take care of a couple of ice mages, I would certainly like to think. I would certainly like to think. You know what would be really helpful, I think, in this area is Confuse. So I'm going to go ahead and try to use Confuse. I feel like Confuse would be very helpful in this area, so let's go with that and see how well that works. See if we can actually use Confuse and kind of make it so all of these things aren't just attacking us and are attacking each other and giving us a moment of peace. So I think that would work relatively well. So let's go with that. Let's go with Confuse. I feel like that would be beneficial for us. And so far, it did turn out to be very helpful. So let's keep that up. Let's keep that up. Oh, rescue Anya. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and curse all of these things with the power of Confuse. basically what I'm gonna do here. Just make them attack each other. Feel like that would be beneficial as if I made them attack each other. So they're not all attacking us and dealing a huge amount of damage to us. So get confused there, Gloam. Get confused there, Gloam. But they are cursing us as well, which is very, very scary. And I prefer them not do it. But that's exactly what they feel like doing, is cursing us as well. I want to kill these Gloams. They are an issue. So thank you very much for disappearing, Mr. Gloam. I am very pleased to know that you are no longer with us. These frozen abysses. Frozenstein. Freaking Frozenstein, man. That's terrifying. I don't like Frozenstein. He's very, very scary. He comes to me in my nightmares. And gives me nightmares. Where is this Gloam? Where is this Gloam at? This Gloam just keeps hiding and running away, which isn't necessarily what we like to see. Can we please just kill this frozen abyss? It's just a frozen abyss. That's all it is. It's just a simple frozen abyss. Maybe a minion, but there's nothing special about it necessarily. There's a Grim Shield and a Bone Shield and Scale Mail. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the Bone Shield, I think, because the Bone Shield isn't gonna be worth anything. The Scale Mail might actually be worth something. So I will take that. The Greater Healing and a Greater Healing. Hey, Anya. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. There's still more enemies here. There are still more enemies here. So let's go ahead and fight these final enemies. Alright.
Hero, Neelathak did this to me. If you've come to help me, my only hope lies with Mala. Please, tell her you've found me.
Talk to Mala. Okay, I'll talk to Mala.
So, that snake Neelathak was behind Anya's disappearance, and he trapped her with a freezing curse. Here, take this potion to Anya and give it to her. That should release her.
Okay, very good. Now I want to sell this stuff to you, sell that to you as well, but if we could probably sell that for more than 10,000, 30,000 for that. I will gladly take the 30,000 gold for that, because you know what? That's a whole one revive for Wahid, so I will gladly take that. Let's go ahead and put that in our stash, and return to Anya, and free her from her icy prison. And we get to talk to Mala for a reward. Talk to Mala for a reward. What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get?
Thank you so much for bringing Anya back to us. I have devised this spell to increase your resistances as a token of my thanks. I know it isn't much, but I hope you find it helpful. Please, go talk to Anya. She has urgent news concerning Neelathak.
Urgent news. Alright, well, let's click to increase resistances. Hey, look at that. We're not in the negatives anymore. Look at that. We're not in the negatives anymore. Fantastic. Now we have to talk to Anya. Well, I guess that's what we have to do now, is talk to Anya. So let's talk to Anya.
You have proven yourself a true hero to me and my people. These are dark times, warrior. I hope you can bring an end to Baal's reign of destruction. Our Council of Elders is gone. My father Ost among them. The one thing that keeps us from total despair is the promise of vengeance against Baal. Thank you, hero, for rescuing me. To show my personal gratitude, I give you this. I had it custom made for you by Larzik.
Hey, thank you, Anya. Oh, that's right. We have to go to Neelathak's temple now. We have to go to take Anya's portal to Neelathak's temple. Well, we're not doing that now, I can tell you that. Whoa! Plague Spell Hierophant Trophy. 17%, 5 to 14, lower resist, decrepify. Ooh. Nice. Yeah, I'll take that. I will gladly take that. That I will gladly take. Thank you very much, Anya. I much appreciate that. Thank you. So thank you. But alright guys, that is where I'm going to go ahead and call today's video. So thank you for watching this episode. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. I will see you guys next time when we make our way into Neelathok's temple. Which I'm pretty sure we're going to have a... yeah, we have a waypoint in the Halls of Pain, so that's probably what we're going to be looking for. So thank you guys for watching today's video. I will see you guys in the next one.